Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I'm Vishali Kigan and we are discussing the electronics engineering. This is the practice session and we are going to practice some numericals in this session. If you have still not watched the previous theory lectures, I request you to watch them thoroughly and then come to this video. All of the theoretical concepts must be really clear to you. Right, so let's start with the first question. A germanium diode carries a current of 1 milliampere of room temperature. When a forward bias of 0.15 volt is applied, estimate the reverse saturation current at the room temperature. Right, so we will see what all things are given to us first of all. So it is given that we have the germanium diode. So eta will be equal to 1 for the germanium diode. Right, so current is also given. So current is 1 milliampere, right? So I can represent it as 1 into 10 raised to power minus 3 ampere, right? So after that Vf is given. The forward bias voltage is given. So Vf is 0.15 volt, right? So these three things are given to us. Now we know the formula of the forward current. So IF will be equal to the reverse saturation current I naught e raised to power. Now here we have Vf upon eta Vt minus 1. So this is the equation that we have, right? Now let's put all of the values that we have. We know what is IF. We don't know what is Vt over here, right? So Vt we will be seeing Vt. Now the temperature is given. Vt depends upon the temperature. So at the room temperature I will be considering the 300 Kelvin, and at the 300 Kelvin the Vt will be equal to 26 millivolt. Right, so let's put all of the values. What is my IF? IF is 1 into 10 raised to power minus 3, right? So it will be equal to I naught as it is. Then we have e raised to power Vf. Vf is 0.15 upon eta is 1 and Vt is 26 into 10 raised to power minus 3, right? Then we have minus 1. So now we will be simplifying it. You can use your calculator and you can simplify the values. So we will be having 1 into 10 raised to power minus 3 will be equal to I naught. And when you simplify this with the help of the calculator, you will be getting 403.43, right? Minus 1. Okay, so now we can even simplify now. So now the I naught will be coming out to be equal to I naught is a reverse saturation current. So now you can see we are dividing 1 into 10 raised to power minus 3 with a very big value 402.43. So I naught will be coming in the microampere. So it will be equal to 2.4849 into 10 raised to power minus 6 ampere. Or I can represent it as 2.4849 microampere. So this is my I naught, the reverse saturation current. Right? I hope you understood how I calculated the I naught. So this was a very simple question, right? Now can we move to the next question? If you have still not written it, you can take the screenshot or you can pause the video and then you can write it. Right, so now coming to the next question, it states determine the DC resistance level for the diode of the figure at ID is equal to 2 milliampere, ID is equal to 20 milliampere and VD is equal to minus 10 volt. So at three places I have to find out the DC resistance. So now the DC resistance will be given by the voltage divided by the current value, right, at the particular point. So first of all we have to find out the DC resistance at ID is equal to 2 milliampere. At the ID is equal to 2 milliampere, you can see this is the 2 milliampere point. You can see VD is equal to 0.5 volt and ID is given, right? So VD will be equal to 0.5 volt, right? So now we can represent the RF. So RF will be equal to VD upon ID will be equal to 0.5 upon 2 into 10 raised to power minus 3, right? So it will be equal to 250 ohm. So this is how it is very simple to calculate the RF for the different points. So now moving on to the second point, here it is given that ID is equal to 20 milliampere. At ID is equal to 20 milliampere, you can see the VD is equal to 0.8 volt. Now again we are going to do the same thing. We are going to find out RF as VD upon ID, which will be equal to, now when you put VD is equal to 0.8 volt upon, you can put the ID 20 millivolt, 20 into 10 raised to power minus 3. So you will be getting 40 ohm. Right, so now moving on to the third part. The third part, we have to find out the RF at VD is equal to minus 10 volt. So we will be taking the VD value. VD is minus 10 volt. So you can see over here, when VD is minus 10 volt, the I is 1 microampere. So I is equal to 1 microampere, right? So now RF will be equal to VD upon ID, 10 upon 1 microampere, right? It can be represented as 10 upon 1 into 10 raised to power minus 6, which is 10 mega ohm. So you can see this is the condition for the reverse bias, and in the reverse bias we have a very high resistance, right? So now coming to the next question. The next question states that we have to find out the voltage at reverse current in a germanium diode at the room temperature. So the reverse current will reach 90% of its saturation value, right? So at the point the reverse current is reaching the 90% of its saturation value, I have to find out the voltage, right? So first of all I am going to do the part A. So here it is given I is equal to minus 0.9 I naught, right? So this is given. Now I know the current equation. So according to the current equation, I know I is equal to I naught e raised to power v upon eta vt minus 1. So this is my current equation. Now let's put the value of I. So when I put the value of I in this equation, minus 0.9 I naught will be equal to I naught e raised to power v upon eta vt minus 1. So this is my vt, v upon eta vt minus 1, right? So now here I naught and I naught will get cancelled out, and what I am left out with, so when I naught and I naught will become cancel out, I am left out with minus 0.9 is equal to e raised to power v upon eta vt minus 1. I can take this minus 1 this side, and what I will be having, I will be having 1 minus 0.9, which is 0.1 is equal to e raised to power v upon eta vt. Right, so e raised to power v upon eta vt is 0.1, and if I take the log both of the sides, so v upon eta vt will be equal to ln 0.1. So now you can use your calculator again. So v upon eta vt will be equal to minus 2.3, right? So now we can find out the v, so which implies v is equal to eta vt into minus 2.3, right? So now eta is 1 over here, vt is, because I am talking about the room temperature, so and we are talking about the germanium, so we will be taking vt as 26 millivolt, right? We will be taking eta is equal to 1. So let's put these values over here. So we will be having v is equal to 1 into 26 into 10 raised to power minus 3 into minus 2.3, right? So when you do the calculation, it will be coming out to be equal to minus 59 0.8 millivolt, right? So this is the first part that we have already done. Now moving to the B part. What is the B part? Find the ratio of the diode current with forward bias of 0.05 volt to the current with a reverse bias of 0.05 volt, right? So now we have to find out the ratio of forward current to the reverse current. So now we know the current equation, so it will be given as I naught. Now we will be having the voltage e raised to power V. What is the V for the forward current? 0.05 upon eta, because germanium eta is 1 and Vt is 0.026, 26 millivolt minus 1 upon, now I will be talking about the reverse current. So here I will be having I naught e raised to power, because here we have the reverse bias, I will be taking the voltage as minus 0.05 upon 0.026 minus 1. Now here you can see I naught and I naught will get cancelled out, and we are left out with e raised to power 0.05 upon 0.026 minus 1 upon e raised to power minus 0.05 upon 0.026 minus 1. Now if you are using your calculator, it will be coming out to be equal to 5.84 upon minus 0.854. So you can do the calculation and it will be coming out to be minus 6.84. Right, so this is how we can do the part 2. Now coming to the part C. The reverse saturation current of the germanium diode is 10 microampere, and we have to find the current under the forward bias at voltage 0.1 volt to 0.2 volt and 0.3 volt. So now we are given the reverse bias current, right? And we can find out the current at the various voltage. So I know the current equation, so I will be leaving the calculations upon you. So first of all I will be talking about I1, which will be equal to so I will be taking in microamperes as 10 raised to power minus 6. So 10 into 10 raised to power minus 6 is the I naught. Now we have e raised to power. What is V? V is given here for the first case 0.1 upon eta is 1, Vt is 0.026 minus 1. So now this is the pure calculations that you can do, and I'm letting you know the result. You will be getting 458 microampere, right? Do the calculation, let me know the result is coming or not. So now coming to the I2. I2 will be equal to, again the reverse current is same. What is different? The voltage is different. So here I will be putting 0.2 and here we will be having 0.026 minus 1. So the output will be coming out to be equal to 21.9 milliampere, right? And then we will be talking about I3. Again 10 into 10 raised to power minus 6 e raised to power 0.2 upon 0.026 minus 1. So when you will be here, we will be having voltage 0.3, right? So this is how we have calculated the I1, I2 and I3 at voltage 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3, right? We are just changing the voltage and the current will be equal to 1.0 ampere. So you can see the voltage is slightly increased and the current from microampere it has increased to milliampere and then to the ampere. So this is how we are increasing the current with the exponential manner, right? So now coming to the next question. The next question states a silicon diode operates at a fixed forward bias of 0.4 volt. Calculate the factor by which the current will get multiplied when the temperature is raised from 25 to 150 degrees Celsius. Right, so we need to find out the increase in the current, right? If I increase the temperature, the current is going to change, and if I have the practical diode, I know about the reverse saturation current. The reverse saturation current is going to become double at every 10 degree rise in the temperature. So if I increase the 10 degrees Celsius, so the current is going to become 2I naught. So I naught will become 2I naught if I increase the temperature by 10 degrees Celsius. So now I can represent the I naught. First I am talking about the reverse saturation current. So I am talking about the I naught at 150 degree will be equal to I naught at 25 degree into, because I am increasing by the power of 2. So how much it will be increased? 150 minus 25 upon 10. Right, so this is the increase in the current at the 150 degrees Celsius from the 25 degrees Celsius, right? And this is the increase in the reverse saturation current only. So when you do the calculations, so I naught at 150 will be equal to 5800 times of I naught at 25 degrees Celsius. So I naught at 150 degrees Celsius is very high as compared to the I naught at 25 degrees Celsius. Now we will be seeing the effect on the VT. So VT is also dependent upon the temperature. So VT at 150 degree will be equal to KT. So it will be equal to 8.62 into 10 raised to power minus 5 into the temperature. So temperature is in the Kelvin, it will be equal to 273 plus 150, right? So it will be equal to 0.0364 volt, right? So now we have found out the VT at 150 degrees Celsius as well. Now we know VT at 25 degrees Celsius, right? So now let's find out the ratio of the current at 150 degrees Celsius upon the ratio of current to 25 degrees Celsius. So we will be taking first the reverse saturation current at 150 degrees Celsius. We have 5800 times I naught 25 upon, here we will be having only I naught 25, right? Then we will be having e raised to power, right? V. What is V over here? So we have the forward bias of 0.4 volt. So V is 0.4 upon eta. Because it's a silicon diode, I will be taking the eta as 2, right? So here we will be having at 150 degree VT is 0.0364 upon, here in this case what we will be having? We will be having e raised to power 0.4 upon 2 into 0.026, because at the 25 degrees Celsius VT at 25 will be equal to 0.026 volt. 26 millivolt we have already calculated it numerous times. So now I of 150 upon I of 25 will be equal to 5800 into 241. You can use the calculator, you can find out this value upon, we will be having 2191, and it will be coming out to be equal to 638. So this is how, if you increase the temperature, we will be having increase in the current. So if you increase the temperature from 25 to 150 degrees Celsius, we will be having 638 times increase in the current. Right, so now coming to the next question, it states in the circuit shown below, the diode has a threshold voltage of 0.5 ohm and the forward resistance of 1 ohm. Find the operating point of the diode, right? So the circuit is shown here. You can see this is how we have the series circuit, and in order to calculate the value of operating point, we have to calculate the value of ID as well as the VD. So ID is the current flowing through the diode. So because it's a series circuit, the current flowing through the diode will be same which is flowing, right? So now if I replace diode with the threshold voltage and with the help of forward resistance, so I can redraw the circuit. So let's redraw the circuit, and here we will be having 5 volt. This resistance will be same 1 kilo ohm, right? Then we have over here the 1 ohm resistance, the forward resistance I have drawn. Now after that we have the 0.5 volt, right? The voltage drop that we have, or the threshold voltage, right? This is the voltage drop across the diode, right? So this is the voltage of 0.5 volt. You should correct the unit over here. So now this resistance and this voltage is representing the diode. So the equivalent voltage of the diode will be the voltage across this terminal, right? So the current ID is this. So now for the finding out of the operating point, as I said, we have to find out ID as well as VD. So now let's apply the KVL. Finally, we are applying the KVL in the circuit. So this is the source voltage 5 minus the current ID into 1 kilo ohm will be 1000. So now we will be having minus ID into 1, right? Minus 0.5 will be equal to 0. So now this is a linear equation which you all can solve, and you can find out ID. ID will be coming out to be equal to 4.5 upon 1001, which will be equal to 4.49 milliampere, right? This is my ID. Now coming to the VD, VD will be equal to ID into 1 ohm plus 0.5. So this is a VD. The current ID is going here. We will be having the voltage drop here plus 0.5. So ID into 1 plus 0.5. So now I know ID. I can put its value 4.49 into 10 raised to power minus 3 into 1 plus 0.5. So now you can calculate it. So it will be equal to VD will be equal to 0.5045 volt, right? So this is how we can calculate the operating point. So I hope you understood each and every question very thoroughly. If you have any doubt in any of the question, you can put the doubt in the comment and I will be trying to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. I hope you like this session. If you like it, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and also give me your feedback. Thank you so much.